manga-series guys here, and I'm now going to make a second basically episode of my new segment called Think About It, and this basically this time we have basically the Bakuman. And if you don't know what this segment is about, so basically I'm going to tell you something interesting about these colors you see here. But to be honest, there really isn't so much to talk about when in certain mangas you cannot basically do this, but I will try to explain you something about Bakuman even if you haven't read it. So I don't basically maybe can explain you pretty much something about these colors because but I think you can guess a really great point what kind of manga Bakuman is. So let's get started. So first we have here the title Bakuman, and here is pretty much interesting point here. Now Baku we don't really know about anything but man, so this means that the manga is going to be mentioning about the man character, and that basically equals to shonen character. So yeah, and that's why it's pretty interesting part here. Now about this blue, this fresh blue color could really basically mean almost anything, but I would say that this basically really describes well the sky. So think about the blue, this blue color is basically about the sky, and sky is really big, and that means the how sky is related in this series, that the it's like the, well, let's say it's like the main point of the a journey in the Bakuman. So what I mean about the sky is like it's so big and large area, and it's basically endless until one point. So that's why I basically would say that this could symbolize sky, this. And when it's going like this darker here, like you see these, it could mention that it's going to be a difficult journey. And when it's going to be this black, that means that it's there's going to be some enemies stand against your basically your dream. So and so basically we have first the sky, which is basically so bright that everything is going again well. Then we have some things here like black dots, so something is going bad. And then we have the final black, which means that the something is not really right, and it means basically the problems in this sense. So yeah, and that is how I could basically say about this title of here. And also this title is very artistic style, so you can basically know really that this has artistic things to do in this manga. Now let's see this picture more better, and we have here the guy, and well, he has pretty much this. Hairs are like he has one hair like coming out. I'm coming out of his, which is pretty funny, and he hadn't really done anything to his hair, so it looks pretty funny here. So here you can see also this guy has the same color applied to this. So here you can see some part of this jacket is like this, and then it's going more like this. So it's really gives the symbolizing the same meaning. And now the biggest thing, if you know, so sorry about that. So if you want to know the biggest thing of what Bakuman is really about, I'm not sure, can you see this so clearly? So I'm going to now take this. So you can see that he's holding something in his hand. And it's basically some kind of pencil, and this is pretty much what Bakuman is about. And if you can now see about this table here, and you can see that there's some script things, and there are some like colors here, like there is some Shonen Jump here, and then there are drawing things here. So, and you can see storyboards here for the manga. So I wonder what kind of manga Bakuman really is about. So if you now think really honestly this, and even there is a lamp. So you can see that this is basically meant to be this studio room or something like that, and it's basically covering here the studio, which main guy, which is basically called Mashiro here. So which Mashiro basically used to work on mangas and start with his basically his career. So but I was really interested about when they basically showed this black energy drink. So I wonder what kind of meaning it really has, or does it really has any meaning. So I would say that this energy drink is one of the things that gives them some kind of inspirational ideas. And no, don't get me wrong, I knew that I see that I think that the energy drinks really don't give much so inspiration ideas, but in this manga that just seems something like that way. And it's also maybe one of the like, yay, we did it thing when they made a manga or successful series, and they wanna celebrate it. They always drink this black energy drink. So it's pretty, or coffee, but I think it's energy drink. So yeah, so it's pretty interesting here. And also you can see that the Mashiro's studio is a little bit of mess, so he's not really organized here either. And yeah, and what you can tell about Mashiro here, that Mashiro, well, of course he likes to listen to music a lot, and then he's really relaxive guy. So it seems like at least this, and you can see kind of like here, let me zoom a little bit, that his eyes is really much not closed, but it's kind of like closing. So that means that the musher is concentrating while he's holding this thing, and this thing is called basically Maru G or something like that. It's basically this that he sketches these storyboards, or basically draws the manga. So yeah. And do we have anything here to say about? There's basically mention about the Shueisha. So you can see that Shueisha is also related in this series. And do we have anything else here that I really want to showcase you guys? I don't see any. Let's don't look that story now. From let's see, there's the same picture of Mashura, and this is pretty interesting. So this is basically what is the question that is basically asked for the reader. Do you think that is becoming a successful manga artist an achievable dream, or just one big gamble? And this is pretty good thing, and basically really good symbolized question here, that the do you really think it's possible to succeed and become really the best mangaka, or do you think that it's just there might be it's really difficult path and you cannot basically survive in that path? So yeah, and I think basically it's both of these. So this question is so yes, it's becoming is it when it's basically questioning that is it really possible to become manga artist? Yes, it is, but it's pretty much it is also the very difficult path. So it's not easy to become manga artist, and there's many things you have to come about. And also now I'm going to tell you something you learn about when reading this manga. So what you can basically learn about Bakuman, so you can basically learn about the how they use these Shonen Jump flyers, or these reader things, when they vote the new series for Shonen Jump. And also you learn about how to basically these different things like the Maruji's pen here and many other these brushes. And then you learn about these black tones and white tones. So these are basically the color things that you can customize basically your storyboard. And then you basically learn about what else do you learn about Bakuman? You learn about friendship, and also you learn about teamwork. So it's it's the story that also mentions the teamwork, friendship, and and of course the dream is a huge part of the Bakuman, because it's actually this guy's dream to be a manga artist. And that is how I can basically say the most important thing I mentioned to say was basically the you learn about the editors and how they're basically working in everyday life making manga to us, and how they do that thing in Japan. It's pretty much explained all here, which is pretty amazing when you consider that. So yeah, and before I end this video, I'm going to also a little bit mention this. So if you knew basically that this white color here, like I told you about the Helsing video, I think white color means emptiness, or it can also mean love. So what do you think it's going to really symbolize? But and is it just maybe possible that this manga contains romance, and when there is of course teenager here, like Mashiro, well, you don't see that he's only thinking about, well, this is actually expectation. Most of the teenagers would be really concentrating on relationship with the someone if they met or something like that. But Mashiro is really concentrating on manga, so his expectation of that. So it's also like a nice controversy here going on. So yeah, and yeah, that's basically what I can tell you about Bakuman. Also, so yeah, the final thing, I think the black, this basically this energy drink mentions is like the basically the same thing like in Death Note, because this is actually the same guy who wrote the Death Note, and the black this black energy drink, it's basically the same thing like Death Note, those chips that basically Light eats. So yeah, so it's basically kind of like same symbolized thing, and yeah, and you can really see all of these combined into this cover. You can see that the Bakuman is really the lies of slide style genre of manga, and yeah, and now you can pretty much tell a lot about of Bakuman here, even though this cover wouldn't really give you any meaning. Now you may give a Bakuman deeper meaning, and now you can make a new theory about Bakuman. So yeah, guys, I'm XUAC. Like, comment, and of course subscribe. And thanks again.